Hi, Kat. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are
I
you?
am even better seeing your lovely face right now. Let's talk clothing memories straight off the back. So we want to know what your first ever clothing memory is, whether that's something like you wore or maybe somebody else's outfit. Like, what got you loving fashion in the first place?
Do you know what? I've recently actually just gone through all my really, really old photos. I picked up all my stuff from storage, and there was all my old photos when I was a baby. And the one outfit I actually saw and totally remember, I've got a double denim. I must be, do you know how old I am? I know because I wore it to the Queen's Jubilee in 1977. So I was 4, I think. And it's double denim. Honestly, I've got denim jeans, denim jacket on, this hat, like a little baker boy hat, and pièce de résistance are I've got Womble's slippers on.
I love that.
Actually, I don't know Wombles. I don't know Wombles. I think actually they're Winnie the Pooh. And I remember them specifically. They were like red velvet slippers with a little yellow embroidered Winnie the Pooh on the front.
Oh,
And I remember loving that outfit so much.
and so that's obviously stuck with you, like your love for fashion, your love for clothes. I want to talk about colours as well, because I read before that you said you used to wear a lot of coloured clothing just to sort of hide maybe your mood or what was going on. So, like, how has that developed in terms of experimenting outside of just really bright stuff?
Do you know what? I think I remember before I had my first baby in 2004, she was born. I was very, very much into black. I was black, I was camel, I was very, very pared back. And as soon as I had my baby, I remember just finding black really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I've looked into this, and a lot of women say this, that around a baby, you mentally wearing black somehow doesn't really work or
Mm-hmm.
gel. And so for years I did wear color, and actually really weirdly, I mean, I've always loved black.
Same.
I love black. I know it's not the most flattering color. We should all wear navy, and chocolate brown again is obviously much more flattering. But then I was into color for a lot of years. And I think you're absolutely right. With hindsight, I think it very much does mask not a level of unhappiness, but I think masks certain things. I think you maybe get that dopamine hit and that feeling of happiness by wearing something bright. But interestingly, I don't actually particularly like wearing color.
Yeah.
I know it sounds really weird. I feel much more elegant. I feel much more myself when I'm wearing black. I didn't put this on actually today, it's a coincidence. I just put this on because it was the nearest thing I had to wear actually. But then after I sort of left, and I sort of almost 3 years ago, I left my marriage for, and it was completely amicable, and it was just a natural split. I went back to wearing black, and yeah, I just feel much more composed and myself in it.
Love that. And the thing is, I mean, we've had a lot of guests on the podcast, and most people just say, do you know what? You've just got to wear what makes you feel good. We had a lovely girl called
Yeah,
Stephanie on, and she's like, do you know what? Whether that's like bright colours, black, brown, whatever, you just have to dress for you. Don't worry about what everyone else
exactly.
is wearing and what you shouldn't be wearing, and what, who's allowed to tell you that in the first place? You know what I mean? So I love the fact that you
Yeah.
just do you. Why not? And I do love black. I literally
I
live in
think
black.
I think the thing is as well is it's very easy to wear things that you think other people are going to
Yeah.
like. And I think once you have an inner confidence and once you feel comfortable in yourself, it's much easier to actually put on things that you love. And I know on Instagram, if ever I put color on, people say, oh, you look so much better in color. It brings out your eyes. It suits you. And sometimes I do enjoy it. But the majority of the time, I do feel so much more comfortable wearing black, head to foot in black, and simple and pared back and sharp. I do wear a lot of jewelry.
Yeah.
I'm all about the jewelry and the accessories, but the actual outfit, I much prefer completely pared back, very plain things, really.
In terms of like an accessory, is there something that you own that you would hand down to someone? Have you got like a really special piece?
I think, I mean, I love my watch. I bought my watch myself for my 50th
What watch
birthday.
is it?
I love my watch. It's really naff. It's a Rolex.
Go on, girl.
Yeah, it is. And I've wanted one for ages. It's a huge monstrosity of a watch, but I wear it every single day and I love it. And also my Tiffany's cuff, which I absolutely
Oh,
love. I
yeah,
was
it's
very, very
nice.
lucky about 6 years ago now, actually. I was invited to New York and went to breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh
Yeah, you can only do, you can't, I think you might be able to book it occasionally, but then they do invite people, they have private
my
events. So I
God.
went to breakfast at
Oh my
Tiffany's
God.
in New
What was it
York.
like?
I
Give me the
know.
goss.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, everything is on Tiffany's china, all the cutlery, absolutely everything. Obviously, it's beautiful, beautiful food, but it's just being able to go in before the store opens, and then you get a private tour of the store before it's open. So it would be rude not to buy anything.
Of course it would. And again, you
And
should
so
treat yourself.
exactly. And so that's when I bought my cuff, and I've worn this every single day since. And I don't sleep in it, but I love it. It actually needs a polish, but it's beautiful. It's solid, yeah, solid silver. As to opposed to the solid gold, which is basically a house. It's so expensive.
Love that. I have to ask you about Does My Bum Look 40? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. How did that all come about? How did that start? Where was the idea? Where did it come from?
Does My Mum Look 40 really started as a business actually when I was 38. So it's 14, nearly 15 years ago. And I had my third child, and my second child had special needs. So I wasn't going to be able to go back and work in an office, or go back to town where I was a headhunter. So I had to think about something else to do. I mean, I couldn't not
Mhm.
work. I mean, fair play to or women who who want to do who don't want to work, but that was not me at all. I had to work, and so I started a styling business, and it was something that friends of mine had said. One of my best friends came back from Canada and had seen her mother-in-law and said, "My mother-in-law pays for somebody to do what you do for us for free," and that was go into their wardrobe, do wardrobe edits. If they wanted to, I'll take them shopping for. Come on, let's go and find a pair of boots this season. You've got a wedding, you've got a ball, you just need a whole new winter wardrobe, or you've got a couple of things, and I'd go shopping with them, but we'd just do it as mates. And she said, "You can charge for this." And that's how Does My Bum Look 40 started, as a styling business. And also, we were all approaching
Mhm.
40. Our children were sort of all starting or going to nursery, and we were suddenly allowed out. We didn't have to wear just jeans and a jumper, or a tracksuit. You weren't on the floor with the babies anymore. You were actually up and out in public, and none of us knew what to wear, because it was that sort of, again, that life
Yeah.
stage where you go from sort of being a baby mummy to sort of being a mummy of kids who are at school and at
Mhm.
nursery, and it's like, oh, I don't know who I am anymore. Massive loss of identity for lots of
Yeah.
women. And so that's when I started the business. The business took off actually really quickly, locally in Kent and then throughout London. But I used to write a blog as just sort of where I could put all the research that I was doing. And then the blog, when Instagram came along 12, 13 years ago, I sort of used that really as a marketing tool. It was just a PR tool
Wow.
to sort of advertise what I was doing. And I used to then do groups of eight women, up to 8 women, and I'd do parties and things for them. And then Instagram took off, and then brands started to get in touch, and it very much became, I always say, robbing Peter to pay Paul, because the brands would pay me so I could do styling edits for them at the same time as giving information about styling to people for free. So
Wow.
that's sort of how it started. That was 12 years
You know,
ago.
when let's just say you put a product up on your page, like a pair of boots, whatever, from M&S, or whatever
Yeah.
it is, and you're getting like thousands of people clicking and then purchasing that product. Like, how does
Yeah.
that make you feel? Because that level of influence is pretty impressive. And the fact that you're probably helping, well, not probably, you are helping a lot of women that maybe have got lost. Like you said, after you have children, we all
Yeah.
kind of lose ourselves a little bit. I don't want to say all of us, but I would say probably a good amount of us do. So how do you feel about that in terms of influencing people?
I think, do you know what I do like? I like being able to sort of cut through the noise,
Mm,
because I think the thing about Instagram is when it started, it was much more, and what I've always done is try and be much more, sort of, give perspective to wardrobes and actually have an educational aspect
yeah.
to it, rather than it being, this is what I'm wearing today, this is what I'm wearing tomorrow, so very, very much, and there's lots and lots on Instagram, which showcase beautiful outfits, but they're not necessarily what people will wear on a day-to-day
Yeah.
level. And I think, there is now especially this, it is a lot of noise about people wearing different outfits every single day, whereas that's not how normal people live. And I'm not saying that people can't get benefit from that or can't, look at outfits and think, oh, I like an element of that. But it's very, very difficult. I think it's very easy to get completely and utterly
Yeah.
confused by, oh, I'll buy that. But how do you wear it? It's all very well if some, Instagrammer is wearing it and she's, and swanning around the streets of Notting Hill or, wherever she might be. That's wonderful. But, I don't
I've got to
know,
go to the
I
supermarket
mean,
later. How am I wearing it personally?
exactly. Or you know what? I haven't got any of those things to go with it. So, I mean, that's why I wrote the book,
Yeah.
a couple of years ago, Get Changed, because it was an idea to give people, I called it a Haynes manual with no hubcaps. It was a Haynes manual for women to be able to say, okay, fine, how can I create a wardrobe of clothes that I love, that are a combination of clothes that I've always worn and that are true to
Mm.
myself, but having those certain little new things every season that just breathe new life into my old outfits without going and buying an entirely new outfit that looks incredible on her. But yeah, on me doing the school run, or go to the garden centre, maybe it's not going to work.
Is there like, in terms of like staple things to have in your wardrobe? So like maybe like
Yeah.
top three things. What are the basics that we should have, do you think, that you can accessorize, to?
So I would always say that's completely different. Again, people have the capsule wardrobe, and that's great, but a capsule wardrobe is different for every single
Okay.
person. And I think, you want, again, in the book, I take things right back to basics. And before you even think about what staples you should have in your wardrobe, my advice would always be find your style, because that will then dictate everything. And once you're true to that style, it will stop you making those shopping mistakes that we've all made. You buy that incredible skirt and you think, I'm going to wear this with everything. And then you think, actually, I've got nothing that goes with it. It's actually really uncomfortable. It creases really, really, really badly. And I've got no shoes that go with it. And I can only wear it when I'm going to, a very dressy restaurant, which I do probably twice a
Mm-hmm.
year. So I think it's very much bringing things back to basics. But for me personally, if you ask me what
Mm-hmm.
my wardrobe staples are, it would definitely be a pair of jeans. I could actually probably wear jeans every single
Same.
day. I love jeans. And I think there is a style of jeans for everybody. But if you don't like jeans, then that's absolutely fine. I love a blazer.
Yeah. Same.
I love a blazer. You know what? Yeah, and I love a leather jacket.
Same. You've literally described my wardrobe. Brilliant.
Yeah. And I just think, with those, I mean, for me, a pair of jeans and a
Yeah.
blazer, or I mean, my denim, my leather jackets are actually quite structured. Although I did buy a vintage one last season, which I'm not. Apparently, yes, it's sitting in my wardrobe, looking at me, going, "Why did you buy me?" And I'm like, "You'll be fine, shush, shush." It's very Isabel Marant, not really me. But I just think, with a blazer and a pair of jeans, you can wear that in pretty much any scenario. You can put a beautiful silk blouse under
Yeah.
it. You can wear it with a vest. You can wear it with a t-shirt. You can wear it with a breton. You can wear it with a knit. You can wear it with a hoodie underneath it. I just think you change your footwear, for me, having basics that you can then change up the appropriateness for an event or for what occasion you
Mm-hmm.
want, is footwear.
I want to go back to what you just said actually about finding your style, because I think that's really interesting. Like,
Yeah.
how do you find your style? Are you looking like, do we need to be looking online? Like, because I don't even know where you start. If you're listening right now and you're like,
So,
I don't even know who I am right now. So how do you even find your style?
so how I do it in a very visual way. And I think it's very, and I know some people, I've seen other people do it and they think about words. So, you think about what word would describe you. And I think that's great and beneficial. But for your average person, where they're going into, let's say they wander into John Lewis and think, right, I want something that's
Mm-hmm.
quirky. You're like, or I want something that's elegant or timeless. It's very difficult, I think, for your average person to relay that word into an item. You look at it, you think, I don't know what that is. So I put it in a way as you think about people. So I call them style tribes, and there are 11 different style tribes. So they range from things like, I've got, elegant and, elegant. So that is very much, you think Audrey
Yeah.
Hepburn, you think Victoria Beckham. So that is pared back, it's minimal color. And so when you go shopping and you think, right, that's my style, you can immediately spot something because you're not going to pick up a floral shirt. You're not going to pick
Yeah,
up,
true.
something with a ruffle on it. And so you go through. So there's Laid Back LA, there is Paris, there's a Parisian Chic, which I love. And you've got the people there. So you can actually, in your
Yeah.
head, envisage that person and think, would she wear
That makes
that?
sense. That actually makes so
So,
much more sense. That, like you said, that visual that you need of
yeah,
someone. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
yeah. Yeah. So, if it is, and I always say, when I do lots and lots of talks about it and around the book, and around style generally, and people say, but I'm three people, so you can't be three. You can be two, but once you're three, you then start being four. You then allow it to wander. If you're two different styles, you can mix and marry those styles together and they'll work. Three starts becoming a little bit more awkward. So you don't even need to think of a certain style. Maybe if your style icons are, I don't know, let's say SJP, or let's say Carrie from Sex and the City. So you've got Carrie in Sex and the City, and let's say you've got Kate
Hmm.
Moss. So if you think, would they wear that? Can you see them in that? And if you think, no, I can't, you put it back.
Oh, it's so interesting. I love that. What a great blooming tip. In terms of the fashion industry for women
Yeah.
over 40, are they getting it right? Has it got better? Are we there yet?
I think with that, the difficulty is it's more down to the women themselves rather than the retailers. So the retailers will market at certain
Hmm.
generations, perhaps. But then there's nothing to say that, my daughter, who's 21 actually, steals my clothes all the time. And I'm like, oh, I like this trouser. You're not buying them. Whereas I would. So I don't think it's necessarily about thinking about certain places to shop. I think it's more about where what style would suit you.
Hmm.
And then it is a question of, time is important for lots of women. I think you've got time, you've got budget, and you've got other sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Issues that are important to you. So it might be, you're very, very big on sustainability, but it could be price, then could be your massive factor. And it's very, very difficult to do sustainability and price in one. It's not
Yeah.
impossible, but it is much more difficult. And so I think once you target and you find stores that you know that you like, and that you're happy with the quality of the clothes, happy with the price of the clothes, and they fit you, I would say it's more about that. One of the brands that I certainly don't target for my age group at all, whereas I found two of my gems this season are Pull and Bear.
Okay.
So, they're part of the Zara, yeah, they are part of the Zara group, but they have some real gems in there, whereas you wouldn't normally go there. And there are other ones that people love that might seem to be more, sort of age appropriate. For example,
Hmm.
Arquette, which I've never bought anything from Arquette. I go in, I think, oh, I'd lie, it's so not me.
Yeah.
I'd love it, or it doesn't fit me very well, or I find the cut a bit odd. So I think it's definitely have an open mind.
Okay.
And if you're time poor, then cherry pick certain stores and just carry on looking. But again, it's much easier to shop when you know what you're looking
Yeah.
for. It's a little bit like going shopping when you're hungry.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
So true. Because you end up buying a load of
Yeah.
crap
So
that you don't actually want, really. Yeah.
exactly. And that's exactly the same with shopping for clothes. So that's why in the book, I said, go right back to the beginning and spend time finding your style, finding those holes in your wardrobe, finding out, how do you want to look this season? And when you go shopping, look for something specific. Don't just go, oh, I'll go see if I can find an outfit. The deadliest way to go shopping, because you will come back with a load of crap.
Also, I feel like you just need to be in the right frame of mind, because I tell you what, if I've been
Yeah.
shopping and it's my time of the month, I will literally come home and my mum will be like, what on earth is that? And she'll be like, hang on a minute, let me just check the
Yeah.
date. And I'm like, yep, here we go. Here comes the tent, because I want to
Yeah.
hide. So yeah, you're so right. You
Yeah.
need to shop when you feel good, and yeah, I suppose you need time on your hands, don't you? Really, as well.
But there are as well. I've got three
Go
really
on.
good rules. Well, two. Well, they're not. In the book as well, I would say these are the only rules that there are, and they are sort of non-negotiable. So when you go shopping, or when you're doing a wardrobe edit for yourself, so you go through your
Yeah.
wardrobe, especially when you're going shopping, the first question when you pick something up that you need to ask yourself is, can I think of 3 occasions when I will wear this item of clothing? Okay, so that can't be 3 lunches with the girls. It's got to be lunch with the girls. I can wear it on holiday. I could wear it to parents' evening. I could wear it to go shopping. I could just put it on to go to a barbecue on Saturday. Okay. So you need to think of 3 very different times, occasions when you can wear it. And then you need to be able to make 3 different outfits
Wow, okay.
from things that you already own with that piece. So you can't, and this stops, and we've all done it. Let's go back to the skirt I was talking
Yeah.
about. So the skirt, you picked up this skirt, you think, I love the skirt. The skirt looks amazing on me. What top am I gonna wear with it? I don't have a top. It doesn't matter, I'll buy a top. Then I can think, what coat? Do I have a jacket that goes with it? Or do I have a coat that goes with it? No, I don't really have a coat, so I've got to have to buy a coat. Then you think, oh, about my footwear. I've got those trainers, but they're not going to really go with it. And those boots, they're not going to go. So before you know it, you've got the skirt and you've then got 5, 6 other things that, because they didn't have them in your wardrobe in the
Yeah.
first place, chances are you're never going to wear them again.
Oh my God, it's
So
so
you
true.
spent probably 300 quid on an outfit as opposed to just going, I'm not buying the skirt. This skirt does not belong in my life. And the other thing is dress for the lifestyle that leads you, to dress for the lifestyle that you have and not the lifestyle that you want.
Oh my God, I absolutely love you. And I also
So,
feel sick that I just need to get rid of so much rubbish in my wardrobe because I just do exactly what you
wow.
say or what you've just said.
Yeah. And do you know what? There's nothing better than buying something and thinking, oh my gosh, that would go with those jeans or these jeans. I could wear these jeans with those flip flops, those boots, those heels, those trainers, those ballet flats. I can wear it with, a breast on top. I've got a shirt. I've got it would go with that crop jumper I've got. And again, a jumper's a jumper. You think I've got loads of jumpers. One of them will work.
Yeah.
If you've got high-waisted jeans or medium-waisted, let's say I've got barrel jeans on today, a big voluminous jumper, it's going to look I'm going to look like a potato. So you're going to want something cropped, or like a tiny little cardigan, so there are all these sorts of things. And so, I think once you hone that down, you will then have a wardrobe of clothes that you will actually wear, which is basically what we all want.
I've moved back in with my mum and dad for a couple of months, and I've literally taken probably about 9 outfits with me, I would say, that I've just been rotating for the last few months. And I feel sick really because I'm like, I actually love all the clothes that I've been wearing, and like I don't even need my wardrobe back at home. It's nuts. What a waste. What a waste.
I know. Well, I did that. So I moved out of my home 2.5 years ago and and I only went to pick the majority of it up. It was in storage last week.
Oh my God.
And it was an interesting experience for sure. And I think I probably kept 5% of it.
Wow.
And I would have kept less, apart from the fact that I did it with 3 of my oldest friends, and they were, you can't throw that away. I was like, no, I don't want that. You can't throw that away. You can't. So I've got stuff that said you need to keep it. Just at least keep it for another 6 months. I've not missed it. But there were things I found that I was like, oh my God, I forgot about that. I love it.
Let's talk comfort blanket. Have you got an item of clothing that you put on and you're like, you know what? I feel comfy today. This is good.
Yeah, I have. It's a DVF black blazer. It's a vintage DVF black blazer that I bought at a SmartWorks sale at Somerset House 6 years ago. Yeah, 2019 I bought it. And I think it was like £90 or something, £99. I would probably, if there was a choice in the fire, that or a child, my child, maybe not maybe a child, no, I would grab the jacket. I love this jacket so much. It works with absolutely everything. It's a tiny fitted blazer and it is my most favourite piece of clothing I've ever owned.
Love that. Let's talk about wardrobe malfunction. Have you had a big one or many?
Do you know what? I think it's always a more expensive an item, the more you spend on it. But sometimes you buy something and you have massive buyer's remorse. I mean, I did it. In fact, earlier on today, I went out and I, in fact, found this in the thing, and I did actually. So this has been with me now actually for I did keep this with me because I thought I spent so much money on it. I thought I've got to keep it. I think I bought it just after COVID when we all were buying. I mean, we were all in a state of God knows what we were wearing. And it's a Yves Saint Laurent. Oh, God, that sounds so mad. Leopard print, like poncho, massive scarf poncho thing, okay? That was so heinously expensive that, oh my God, I was just like, I can't believe I bought this. And the label's fallen off, so it doesn't even say Saint Laurent on it anymore.
God.
And when I bought it, I was like, I literally look like, it's not like Clint Eastwood would wear. It's just, I was like, what the hell? And I kept trying to wear it. And I remember I put it on and try and go out and be like, oh God, no, I can't wear this. I can't wear this. And I remember putting it off my other half. And he was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh God, no, I know it's so bad. But then this last week, I've gone, you know what? No, I am going to put it on. And I put it on and I've fallen back in love with
Have
it.
you?
But
I thought you were going to say you
yes,
hate it still.
no, I don't. I have fallen back in love with it. But I think I just needed to wear it with things that are really pared back.
Okay.
So I've obviously just moved to the seaside. I moved to the middle of nowhere by the seaside, and it is so laid back. Like when it's, I mean, heels, I mean, a pair of boots for heels this tiny is what you get away with. But other than that, there's no, it's not a dressy place
Oh, sounds
at
lovely.
all. Yeah, so it is jeans and ballet flats and trainers and, but actually, so jeans and a little black top and my poncho and ballet flats, actually totally fine. So I've fallen back in love with it. Bear in mind that I've only worn it twice this week, but there's still time for it. There is still time for it. I mean, I think other than that, there are, I mean, over the years, going through the wardrobe that I just did, having done a massive wardrobe cull, it was, what the hell was I thinking of that? I had quite a lot of vintage dresses that I thought at the time. I was sort of going more and more into, I got like Miss Jean Brodie. I mean, I don't know what the hell I was buying. I was like, God, you do not live in a Jane Austen novel. Where the hell are you going to wear this? But yeah, so they all went to charity. Literally all went to charity
That's
shop.
going to be literally me. As soon as we're done with this chat, I'm gone. Yeah. I'm going round to my house. I'm clearing out and I'm taking everything. I'll have about 4 items of clothing left. Thanks to you.
So cathartic though. It's
I know,
so
I'm buzzing.
Utterly cathartic.
I'm buzzing actually.
Yeah, and there's nothing left. There's nothing yet that I've thought, oh, I can't believe I got rid of that. Actually, there is one thing, actually. I know there is. It's a tiny black, and I thought, no, I don't need that. It's only Zara. I really should have kept it. Black, round neck, woolen little t-shirt with a thing. I remember giving it into the charity last week, going, I'm thinking, I should have done that. But that's it. That's the only thing.
You'll probably have to find that on eBay. Someone would have slung that up there. I bet you can find it again.
Well, to be fair, it was only about 12 quid from Zara anyway. I think they probably have them every year. Go. So I think I'll be able to get another one. But it was very, very useful. And I'm an idiot for throwing it away. But there we go.
And in terms of like a birthday suit, so like you've got a top event to go to. Is there an outfit that you go to? Or are you like having to buy new stuff for every event?
No. Do you know what I've got? I've actually got a dark, weirdly it's not black, it's a dark red, almost like a dark, I suppose a dark raspberry almost, like a dark cherry, not burgundy, it's definitely red, Nadim Marabi velvet trouser suit.
I love.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful. And it's really long. I'm 5'10", and to be able to find things that are long enough, it's really long. So yeah, that has been my, in the last year, my go-to. I've got something I need to go to and look really smart. It's very difficult to sit down in because they are very tight.
Stand-up situation.
I'm very concerned. Absolutely, yes.
Don't sit down, otherwise we'll have another wardrobe malfunction. Before we let you go, I'd love to do like a 60-second style sprint with you, if that's okay. So it's basically a quick fire round. Answer as fast as you can. 60 seconds. Yes. Are you ready?
Go.
3, 2, 1, go. Midi or maxi?
Maxi.
Blazer or biker jacket?
Blazer.
Wide leg or skinny jeans?
Wide leg.
Right, you get a handbag. Your partner buys it for you. They're now your ex.
Yeah.
Do you keep the bag, give it back?
Keep the bag.
Yeah, you do. Black or beige?
Black.
Gold or silver jewellery?
Gold.
Summer dress or jumpsuit?
Summer dress.
Matching set or mix and match?
Matching set.
Tights or bare legs?
Oh, tights.
Clutch or crossbody?
Ooh, crossbody.
Big sunglasses or bold earrings?
Big sunglasses.
Hair up or down?
Down.
Floral or geometric prints?
Ooh, floral.
Neutral nails or bright nails?
Neutral.
A massive blow dryer or hair in a bun?
All massive blow dry.
Faux leather or real denim? Or actual denim?
Denim.
And you're done. You're off. I'm going to go and clear out my wardrobe. You've absolutely ruined me. I'm now going to have about 6 items left, and I'm going to be coming and find you a message and say, I've only got 6 black tops left. This is your fault.
There we go. That's all you need. But then it gives you can go and buy other things to go with them. That's the joy of doing a wardrobe plan.
Kat, I love you. You're the best. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.